Hey guys, Jeff from Home Renovision here. Today we are talking about how to stain your deck. Finally, we got a video. We're going to show you all the ins and outs. From post to privacy fence, the prep work, the product, the process, the procedure. We're going to get it all done. And we're going to show you how to do it. And you'll never have to go and scrape or sand or anything else ever again. Cheers. Step one, of course, is to give all of your deck boards and surfaces a light sanding. The reason for this is when they cut the wood at the mill, it's a rough surface and they make it clean by using a planing machine, and it leaves a little bit of a glaze on the wood. And if you don't get rid of that glaze and scuff it up a little bit, it won't receive the stain properly. You're going to end up with a really weak finish. So quick light sanding, 220 orbital sander, just past the surface. That's all it is. And then we're going to go to the next step. Next step, and I know you don't have to use a lot of pressure, we're wetting the wood, okay? Unless it needs to be washed and scrubbed, we're just getting it a good soak just before we put on our treatment. And the idea here is, now that we've sanded it, we want to open up the pores to receive the stain. And it's a hot day, and this is a little dirty. We just finished installing this privacy screen, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the video description for you. This is a game changer. 20 feet of fence between you and your neighbors for $1,600, and you can install it yourself. It was really easy. When you get them ready, you're doing surface prep for a stain job. The stain lasts a long time. So you got to make sure that you wash it, scrub it, wash it, scrub it again if you need to. I don't care if you spend 3 weeks washing and scrubbing. Don't stain it until it's ready, until you're completely satisfied it couldn't be in any better condition. Because this is the only shot that you get of making sure that you're not going to get a little white line from a piece of grass that was laying there, right? Or you're going to have dirt showing up. It gets compounded and magnified when the stain hits it. So just do your best. Don't be satisfied with footprints. Scrub, 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 scrub. You'll be surprised the stains you find in wood. Sometimes it's just a matter of somebody at the lumberyard was sitting down having lunch and spilled their drink. Here we go, so here's my stain rig. I got my can, my CO2 guard. This is the product we're using. It is a 2 application penetrating sealer with UV protection mixed in, and you gotta continually mix as you're working with it, okay? So I took 2 cans, I poured most of the contents in the pail, kept a couple inches in there, used a paint mixer to stir up the gummy stuff on the bottom, put it all together, mix it again. It is a mixture, so as it sits, it starts to separate. I'll take the deck brush handle here, and we got 2 application techniques we're going to go through real quick. One is brush, and we're going to use this because we have control, and it's going to be more like a painting process. We'll go through that in a second. Once the painting is done, I've got the same product split into this can here. Now this is a Scotch canister. It's designed for weed control, adding garden grow and all that kind of jazz, but it has a cool tip here. It's got 3 functions. So I'm using a fan function, okay? And I'm going to be applying the stain on all of my boards with this, right? And then I'm going to take the handle off of this brush, thread the handle from my scrub brush on here, and I'm going to use this because these bristles will act as a, just some pressure to help push that product into the wood, all right? It is a hot day today, so using that pressure is very important. And you want to make sure that about every 3 minutes, you go back and you recoat what you just did. So you got to be careful you don't do too much flooring and then you're kind of walking on it, right? That's the problem. And remember, this stuff does not skin. It does not stay on the surface of the wood. It penetrates into the wood. So let's say 3-5 years from now, we come back out in the spring, it's like, hey, it's a little dull. We'll get another can, we'll mix it up, and we'll just spray the whole deck down. It'll take 20 minutes. walk away, let it dry, and you're good for another 5 years. What a deal. Looks like it's almost dry. We're gonna head over there and start brushing, and we're gonna show you our system here. So this stain, it's really watery, all right? Bring it over with the brush, apply it in, okay? Now this brush is designed to be as wide as the board, all right? Get the excess off with gentle pressure, all right? There we go, that's stained. If you have more control, just press the brush on the side, get a little extra content out of there. That's it. I'm only gonna do the top of the bench. Obvious reasons, we're gonna demonstrate how to use that spray system. Now the reason I use the cardboard is because I don't want to get drips on another piece of wood that I'm not going to be staining for a little while, okay? So here we go. Now if you've got an old deck and you've got existing stain or paint, and you can't just apply this on top. Almost every other product on the market is not a penetrating sealer. You're gonna run into all kinds of trouble. Well, there's the top. Let's see if we can do the rest of this bench. With the canister. That's not bad. All right, I'm gonna hold up for a second because I wanna brush all that in, make sure that it penetrates. Wow, that just made that real easy. All right, well there we have it, folks. That's a gentle kind of pressure on that wand. It's not putting too much product on there at once. I'm just gonna rub it in nice and even. There we go, that's how you add the pressure. Here's the application. Don't be deceived, there's more product going on there than it looks like. But it gives you a really nice range of control here. That looks pretty darn good, actually. Give it a little bit of brush work. Get good penetration on this. Well, not happy there. A little bit more product. Wow. If this isn't the easiest looking stain job you've ever done in your life, I don't know what is. But this is awesome. I need a little more product over here. Bright sun, right? Okay. And that's our 3-minute mark. So now I'm going to do this all over again. So if you're amazed at this product right now, like I am, you're going to be asking yourself, where do I get it? The answer is not Home Depot. C2 Guard is an exclusive formula for the C2 paint stores. And it's a co-op all over North America. Now, we've made it available, a special discount for you guys. You can get this stuff delivered to your house in the United States, 20% off, okay? Whew. If you're in Canada, go to the website, look for a store near you. In Ottawa, all of my friends from Ottawa, go to Randall's Paints on Bank Street. All right, he'll hook you up. Ask for Mark, tell him Jeff sent you. So now you can see why when we built this privacy fence, we left the plastic on the aluminum. When we're all done, we'll just remove the plastic. Problem solved, right? Consider 5 years from now, all you do is throw some painter's tape on your aluminum, off you go to the races. Well, I'm gonna go complete the rest of this back-breaking work. That's it for me today. Day 6 of the build. Cheers, thanks for joining us.